We're 30 minutes into the show. Let's find out how well we're doing. For that, we go down to Fox News Channel's Newsroom, where we find Andrew Levy. And he likes to pummel the elderly with his good friend, Angela Lansbury.
Hey, Barry, don't like competition, yo.
That's right.
Yep.
She'll knock him off.
Hells yeah. So that great story we did last week about the revelation in Maureen McCormick's upcoming book that Marcia and Jan had a lesbian fling. Yeah, not so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, publisher says there's no such thing in the book.
So, Maureen McCormick.
That's what is that not what I said?
I thought you said Maria.
It's possible.
How can you do that? It's a Brady bunch.
I know. I'm just so heartbroken by this turning out to not be true that I can't even think straight. Also, on a somber note, I thought maybe in the honor of the death of Marcel Marceau, we could have a moment of noise.
Nice.
Thank you. Ahmadinejad, Colombia. In Iran, we don't have homosexuals like in your country. In Iran, we do not have this phenomenon. I don't know who's told you that we have this. Seriously, who told you that? Look, I'm a fairly wide guy. I have to spread my legs when I lower my pants so they won't slide. I'm not gay. I never have been gay. I never will be gay. I was set up. In all seriousness, here are some of the reasons why my alma mater's president, Lee Bollinger, was wrong to have invited Ajad to speak. He exhibits all the signs of a petty and cruel dictator. He persecutes women, homosexuals, and academics. He denies the Holocaust, defying historical truth and making all of us who continue to fear humanity's capacity for evil shudder. He supports well-documented terrorist organizations that continue to strike at peace and democracy in the Middle East, destroying lives and the civil society of the region. And arms supplies from Iran, including 240mm rockets and explosively formed projectiles, are contributing to a sophistication of attacks against U.S. forces in Iraq that would by no means be possible without Iranian support. For more reasons why Colombia was wrong for inviting Ajad, read the rest of Bollinger's opening remarks. It was a long way to go, but
it was worth it.
It was worth it.
A short time to get there.
I'm hearing that, I'm thinking Gutfeld, Godlington, Gutfeld. Hypocrite, Andy, you work for him.
Do you want me to hit him now?
No.
Okay. Yes.
Greg, you asked Patti why people cheered at various points during Ajad's speech. It's easy. Those people believe George Bush is the enemy, and the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Blackwater. Oh, Bill, you said this country was founded by mercenaries?
With the help of mercenaries.
No, it wasn't.
Who are you to say, really? You don't look like a Revolutionary War vet to me.
Right. The British hired about 30,000 Germans known as Hessians. They were mercenaries. We didn't.
Who has more Revolutionary War hair? Touche.
He's got you.
He's got me. He's got me. I concede. NFL cheerleaders being used to distract the visiting team. Alison, where the hell did you play tennis? The Manson family compound?
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough. Bill's man on the street. Jay Gibbs is looking good, huh? I'm gonna bookmark it the hell out of that site. Is the internet more important than sex? It's not that it's more important, it's just less of a bother. California's medical marijuana legislation, I'm still trying to figure out if Earthquake is for this. But all I know is you should see him in high heel shoes. That's all I got, Greg.
Thank you, Andy.
Okay.
Let me reintroduce this band of bandits. Patti Browne, Fox News Channel anchor. If beauty were potpourri, I'd stick her in my smelly drawers. Earthquake, he's an actor and comedian. If jokes were a swimming pool, I'd splash around in his deep end. Alison Rosen, she's the hot seat editor for Time Out New York. If brains were sneakers, I'd make sure her tongue was in the right place and then tie her up.
Nice.
Very good. And Kevin Godlington, former British soldier who runs KevinGodlington.com, a charity site for disabled veterans. If bravery were Domino's Pizza, I'd be very frustrated if he didn't come within 30 minutes. Nice. All right. On that note, remember when watching network TV was a gay old time? A new study by the Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation finds the number of gay characters on TV is falling on network series. GLAAD says this year's broadcast series will feature 7 regularly seen characters who are gay, lesbian, bisexual, or transgender. This is down from a whopping 9 characters in 2006 and 10 the season before. Patty Ann, why do you think this is happening?
Yeah, it is an incredible trajectory there, downward, actually. You know, they're just only talking about the broadcast networks, and in reality, they're saying that actually in cable, it's dramatically up. So on balance, it sounds like there were really more of these characters.
It's true. And, you know, Bill, Glad says the number of gays on cable shows is actually rising up to 40 this year. How much credit do you take for that?
A lot. And to the point where, like, next time I go in for my raise, if they don't give me one, I'm going to file for a discriminatory lawsuit, I think.
Yeah.
But I would also, like, you know, Mark Foley and Larry Craig and, of course, Britt Hume. Our most...
Don't even joke about things like that.
What? I'm just saying he's a great dresser.
Okay. Alison, out of the 7 gay characters this season, 6 will be on ABC. Should we just be calling them Gay-BC?
Yes, gag. See what I did there?
Nice.
Yes.
No, you know what? I think that when it comes to this, it's not really a quantity thing. I think it's more a quality thing. And I also
Quality
think that
gays.
you can't really turn on the TV without seeing Will and Grace on like every channel.
That's true.
And also, as long as there's shows like The Singing Bee and So You Think You Could Dance, and actually The Hills for that matter, I think it'll be okay.
Kevin, is it possible some of these characters aren't gay, they're just British?
I really get the impression you don't like me very much tonight. These introductions, re-intros, and your line of questioning are becoming very offensive. What I liked about this report was the acronyms that they use. LGBT, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, you know, and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Well, they did. That's a very good point. So they're discriminating. But I was thinking more like, what about GLSB? You know, Greg likes small boys. Or an acronym.
How dare you?
An acronym that's
How
got
dare you defame me?
something that, you know, flows in more fluidity.
All right, all
In
right.
fairness, Greg, you do have that monogram
There
on
we
your
go.
sweaters.
All right, let's move on quickly. I want to talk about De La Hoya. Here's more proof that behind every cross-dressing man is a woman. Topless dancer Milana Dravnel telling News of the World boxing legend Oscar De La Hoya begged to be dominated and had a fetish for fishnets. She also reveals Oscar, whose nickname is the Golden Boy, insisted she called him Goldie when he dressed as a she. Milana says De La Hoya would tell her, "Please put me down on my knees and pull my hair." Earthquake. This is a guy that dominated men in the ring. Is this his way of making up for that by being dominated by a woman?
Yeah, well, we all do that. I do that myself. I dress up and just hang out with my girl and wear high-heeled shoes and everything. He's just getting out his fetish, that's all.
Yes. Alison, there seems to be nothing wrong with this, and it's a completely normal behavior.
Of course. Who doesn't do this? It's fabulous.
Thank you. Bill, she says that one time De La Hoya borrowed her full-length sash dress and pranced around the room, singing in a woman's voice, "Ooh, look at me." Does any of this hit close to home?
This is my home, Greg, but better props. But the best part about this that we're missing is that Mario Lopez came out to defend him and said, oh, you know, at first they denied it completely, and now he says, oh, he's just laughing about it. That's their defense. Like, he's just laughing about it. I'm sure it's a high-pitched giggle.
The pictures have not been released yet, so I don't know.
Embargoed, as they say in the business.
Embargoed. What does that mean? Kevin, this woman says she's never had sex with him. Now, that's weird.
Yeah, I mean, maybe she's factually correct. I mean, biologically, a girl can't really have sex without a biological appendage with another girl. So if he's dressing as a woman, maybe he's arguing that he is a woman. Is any of this making sense?
Patty Ann Browne?
No, it's not.
It's probably best I shut up.
Except Patty Ann Browne, does this make this? Is this going to hurt his career, or does anybody care at this point?
I think, if anything, it could help it. But, I mean, I just don't understand the whole thing at all. I mean, first of all, the woman's lawyered up, and she's backing way off now, says it might not have happened at all, and the pictures might be fake. But, I mean, honestly, if a man wants to be dominated, all he has to do is get married.
No, that's right.
So true.
And he's married, so...
You just spoke the truth, young lady. Spoke the truth. We must move on. Who likes carrot cake? What if it's iced with news? Carroty news with cake.